All right, Joe. So everybody been talking about this Marvin Sapp and the $40,000 and telling people to quote unquote lock the doors and all of that. I made a couple of posts on my Facebook page about it. Just haven't thought about it a little bit more. Um, I want to get my take on it, as I always do. Do I always get my take on everything? No, I don't, contrary to popular belief. But I want to get my take on this. This is important. This is important. If you are a believer, this is important. I feel like what I have to say on this matter is important. Now, of course, am I silly? Yes. Of course. Do I laugh at things? Do I take serious things silly sometimes? Absolutely, because I think some things that people think are serious are actually very silly. But this is important, and this is important to the kingdom, which is why this isn't on the Robe Reacts page. This is coming from the Fresh Faith page. Now, with that said, here's what I think about it. Before we get into the actual video, here are my thoughts on Marvin Sapp. I am not a Marvin Sapp advocate. I want that to be clear. I'm not a big fan of Marvin Sapp. This is just, I'm not mad at him. I'm not at odds with the man. I don't know the man. He doesn't know me. Did I grow up listening to him? Yes, I grew up listening to Commission. I grew up listening to Marvin Sapp, the solo artist. You know, because my parents listened to him and all of that type of stuff. But am I a personal fan of Marvin Sapp? Do I have a personal investment in Marvin Sapp? No, I do not. There are a few songs that I like. You Are God Alone. I love that song. It's a great song. I think there were some things in the past that made me go, he's probably not for me. This was around Versus time, in the way in which he was talking about his music. He was talking about his music as if it should and could compete with secular music and stuff like that, quote unquote secular music. In the way in which he was talking about it, seemed like he was in it more so for the money and for the fame and for the accolades than he was for the kingdom of God, and I didn't appreciate that. Do I think that you can make money? Yes. Do I think that you should make money? Yes. You know what I mean? The Bible talks about it, but the way in which he was talking about it, I didn't necessarily agree with it. I can't find the clip. I was looking for it days ago, before I knew I was going to be reacting and making a video. So that's my stance on that. Okay, before we get into anything else, and before anybody, oh, well, you just love Marvin Sapp and you just trying to defend this and defend that. No, that's not true. All right. So let's get into the video. I'm going to react to the video, and I'm going to give my stance on the whole matter at the end.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
So, prior to, I will get into the other video when he was talking and giving his reaction to it. But clearly, I can already see you've told them to close the doors already. So now you being like, just from a standpoint of, because here's my understanding. They're at a conference. They're at a conference, so, and they're at a convention center. They're at a convention center. So if anybody knows anything about church, if you've been to church for any length of time, let's give you a time frame. Let's give you some times. Say if you've been to church at least 10 times in your life, you know typically the doors of the church are closed. They're closed already. You open up the doors of the church for multiple reasons, but they're closed for multiple reasons as well. So, of course, you open them so that people can come in. So they're wide open. The ushers and everybody is inviting people into the church. Once church starts, the doors are closed, which is why the ushers sit by or stand by the doors so that they can let people in and out at the appropriate times. So I'm not letting you in when we're praying. I'll let you in when they singing. I'm not letting you in when we're giving offering. Now is not the time to open up the doors. So that's already that. So typically, if you're doing church, the doors of the church are closed. When you open the doors, the Bible, the Bible doesn't say, but they say the doors of the church are open. That is to signify that anybody outside of the church that wants to come in and receive Christ can also come in. You now can be welcomed into this gathering. If you want to be a part of this, you want to be a part of Christ and all of that, we offer Christ to you, oh my brother. We offer Christ to you, oh my sister. You know what I mean? You can come into the church in that point in time freely. Clearly, if he's saying close the doors, it's not that time. Also, opening the doors signifies that church is over. It's not over. Whatever it is that we're doing right now, we're not done. Why are the doors open? It should be closed. Also, it's a convention center. I've learned that he said it was a convention center. So there's multiple things going on. So no, the door shouldn't be open. So yeah, you might be mad at his tone, but he had already said, I said close the doors. So yeah, I'm probably not going to say it as nicely this time because I mean it. Close the doors.
We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
You see, we're all going to leave together. So, and we're at a convention center. We all going to leave. We getting ready to leave because we know that opening the doors means that everybody's leaving. I'm letting you trying to give me, you giving mixed signals right now. It's not time to go nowhere. It's not time to go anywhere. You giving mixed signals. I'm trying to say something, and you got the doors of the church open. If these cats is at a convention center and they having a conference, chances are they're very, very church people, so they know what that means. Oh, it's time to go.
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn.
That man don't got his ring on. Why?
Get one soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap. That's swag. I was looking in her eyes. She's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again...
So, I'm asking everybody out there for 20. I'm asking everybody up here for $100. Apparently, we benefited much more than these people. You know what I mean? They probably getting paid to be there, as opposed to the people that are there are paying to be there.
It costs to sit up here.
If they paid at all.
I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you
So we saying we're gonna be an example. As the preachers and the pastors up here, we're gonna be an example. I wanna say this too, because I'm not even saying that I'm advocating for this type of this approach. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I see the reasoning behind it. And if you've grown up in church, you know why somebody's doing something. For whatever reason, when money gets talked about and church get talked about, people just automatically start thinking that the lights come on by themselves, that preachers and pastors are able to feed their family with no money at all, off the word of God, but at the same time with no money whatsoever. Oh, we shouldn't be giving you nothing. Also, that's not true. That's not scriptural. It's actually anti-scriptural. The Bible talks about being able to receive the offering that the people give. It's for the church. It's for the church. So like this is me not being a fan of Marvin Sapp. This is me not being there. This is me not having predisposed notions or preconceived notions of anything other than actually having gone to church.
Electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have
People hear money and they hear lock the doors. I'm like, he never said lock any doors. He said close the doors. And I understand people have heard lock the doors before. They've heard that because there were actually some preachers saying that and doing that, locking and closing doors. That is not what he did.
y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
Take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Y'all got tap on the y'all got tap on the
Shh.
on
Giving
the
is worship.
On the offering
Giving is
plate.
worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Giving is
This ain't the
worship.
time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20.
I'm
1,000 people
about
need to
to
give $20.
give
1,000
money to
people
my
online
church right now.
need to give $20.
'Cause that's
This
what
is
I'm
easy,
required to
saints.
do.
This is an easy miracle.
I forgot.
We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's
If your HVAC unit
Okay.
is
So I don't know if that 40 was for him or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that 40 was for him or not. And I guess that's part of where the disconnect is. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess we'll see on the next video of what it was for, because I know that he did an interview with Ricky Smiley. So I'm gonna watch that next. I'm gonna react to that next. I'll holler at y'all. Grace and peace.